Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brooke, or Baby Sims on all of my socials, and today we are building townhouses in Dussel Valley for the For Rent pack. So I started this build about 2 months ago, almost. So I started this build when For Rent was like announced, and then I started it and it took me like 2 weeks to finish because it was such a big build. And then I wasn't going to edit this or upload this or put it on the gallery, anything like that, until I have the For Rent pack, so I can actually turn these into multi-unit dwellings. But so that's taking longer than expected because I planned on updating as soon as all my mods are fixed and getting the pack for Christmas, and then just doing that and then uploading this build. But unfortunately, that is not really an option for me because from what I hear on Twitter or X, whatever, this pack is another My Wedding Stories type of situation where everybody's games are just like full on broken and it's not working right for anybody. There's too many bugs, and I've heard this like from everybody, like all the YouTubers I watch are saying this is really buggy and things like that. So and I see a lot of people have not updated as well, so I'm not updating until further notice. And that means that I can't upload anything to the gallery, which means I wasn't going to upload this because I didn't want to upload to YouTube and give you guys false hope, basically. Like, I didn't want to upload it and be like, here's this beautiful build that I did and you guys cannot play in it because I can't upload to the gallery. So I'm sorry that I did that, but I am uploading it to YouTube for a couple reasons. One, if I'm being so for real, I'm doing this because my computer has no storage left, and this video is a long one if you can't tell, and so every clip of this video is like an hour, 2 hours long. So my computer has literally no storage left at all, so I needed to get one of these videos out. And I have a couple speed builds ready that are like apartments or townhouses and things like that ready to do. So I have no storage because they're all taking up like 3 to 4 hours of clips on my storage, and I don't have that much storage on my computer to begin with. So this one was the first one I built, so I was like, this is the first one going up. And as I do with all my other builds, I don't know why I was even waiting in the first place, because it's not like I've been waiting for the other builds I'm doing, but they're just regular houses. Like the Oasis Springs save file building is regular speed builds that you guys will unfortunately have to wait a good like little bit for me to upload them to the gallery, but they are there for you guys to watch at this very moment. So what else was I gonna say? I was cut off because I had to stop my voiceover and start it, and I took like a little mini break for a second to talk to somebody, and now I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the pack is really glitchy. This is taking up a lot of my storage. Oh, and the other reason I want to upload this just because it's been waiting long enough. I recorded this according to my screenshots folder that I'm looking at, the date on them. It says I recorded this video November 27th, so a month ago, yesterday. And yeah, so it's been a long time, and I unfortunately have kept you guys waiting way too long, and here we are. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I really do like this build. The one thing I don't like about it though is that it's very spacious inside. Like, I find that I don't know, me personally, and I know this is not a common thing, I know a lot of people do like this, I am not a fan in real life houses or in the Sims houses having a lot of empty space in it. And this one doesn't have a lot of empty space. It's just in the main living area where there's like the kitchen and living room kind of fade in. It's like an empty little bit of space there, and I didn't really know what to do with it. There was nothing I really could do because I didn't want to just like put something in the middle of the room. But these townhouses are 4 bedrooms each, and then there's 4 bathrooms. So 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and I think that's pretty good. And there's also a basement, which you guys can see. You can go into the basement from outside, which I thought was pretty cool. I did look at a reference picture for this, and I thought that this one looked the nicest. So I did do these, and they were kind of New York inspired, I think. And so I put in this little basement area here with the stairs down, which I guess technically you could turn that, if you want to, into another apartment or unit if you want to rent that out, because it has its own way out and everything like that, which I thought was pretty cool. And also there is a couple things I want to talk about this build because there's a lot of features and a lot of things to go over. So we'll get into the storylines. I only furnished 2, and it's the first one and the second one. that you guys are kind of seeing now. I didn't furnish the other two, but I did make them like move-in ready, I think. So, yeah, so the move-in ready, if you guys don't really know what that means, it just means that basically it doesn't have any furniture, but it does have like the fixtures, if that makes any sense. Like, imagine when you move into a real home, you know what I mean? You don't have like a couch and everything like that as you buy furnished, but I think that's not very common these days. But it has like the kitchen counters and the bathroom, like the toilet and the sink and the tubs, and it has maybe cabinets or built-in bookshelves there that are empty and things like that. So that's what I kind of did with this this house here, is I just kind of made the other two there, so unit 3 and 4, I made them move-in ready for you guys, but the other two are fully furnished, so you guys can just plop some Sims right into there if you want to. But I left the other two for you guys because I've been seeing on Twitter and a couple people saying that they like it that there's like empty units for them to furnish for as well, and especially when you are playing the 4-rent pack, which I honestly don't think I'm going to be playing much. This is a build pack for me. We'll get into it, because I have a lot of things to talk about today, and I'm getting overwhelmed because I have so many things I want to talk to you about this pack and just about everything, because I feel like it's been like, what, 8 days since I uploaded? But yeah, so I left the other two there, move-in ready for you to furnish for your Sims or whoever you want to put into them. And one thing I did learn from watching Little Simsy's live stream about playing the pack is that you don't really get to choose the tenants unless you move them in from Manage Worlds. So with that, I am sorry, because these are very personalized in a way. Like, I had a family in mind when I was furnishing the first two. So if you move in like a random Sim, their furniture might not match the personality you think. But that is why I gave it 2 for like move-in ready, so that you can furnish them based on the Sims that move in here, or your Sims if they want to live here, or your Sim's uncle who wants to live there. So yeah, these are all basically like mini family homes. They obviously are pretty big in size, and they're like 4 bedrooms, so you can fit like a whole big family in here, which I really did enjoy about them. And I really had fun building these as well. They took me a very long time. It took me a whole week to build, which I think I already said, but I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. So yeah, they all have backyards, which, by the way, did not furnish any of the backyards. Not even the 2 that I actually fully furnished, because if I'm so for real, completely forgot about it. Completely forgot that there was even backyards in this. So apologies, but again, you guys can do that for your own Sims and put whatever you want in there. I left them empty. They aren't huge backyards, but they are backyards. So yeah, and yeah, I don't know. There is a kitchen, dining, living room space. Then there's 3 bedrooms on the 2nd floor, and then there's a bedroom on the basement floor, and then the basement also has a laundry room and a bathroom. So that can kind of help you map out if you were watching this thinking, oh, I don't know who's going to live here, but you want to download it. There you go. Think about it that way. And I also think, as I said earlier, that the basement can be turned to another unit if you want to. So what you can do with that is you can just put like a little kitchen or something. The room in the basement is not that big, but also you can just make that another unit and then make the living space on the 1st floor a shared unit, and then move like your Sim's sister downstairs in the basement if you want, because they have their own bathroom and they'll have their own like bedroom space. So you can rent that like bedroom space out and have like mark the living room and everything like that as shared space if you feel like it. When I get the pack and I upload this to the gallery, I will not be doing that. They will all be 1 unit because I have storylines and things like that planned. So if that's something you guys want to do, go right ahead if you were getting the new pack, which I hope a lot of you are enjoying it. It's been out for like, over almost a month now, and I still don't have it because of the fact that the game is broken. This is the first time ever, by the way, that a Sims pack has released, and all of my mods, and I have like 100 mods, were cleared, and I didn't have the pack. And that is fully because of the Sims team's ability to break their own game and then dip for the holidays and not come back. I'm not saying that's a problem. That's fine. Like, honestly, take your break. I did. I didn't upload for like a week because of the holiday season. But, you know, that's fun. That's really fun for them for it to break. And they released a patch fixing a lot of the bugs, but I'm hearing that the patch did not help. And it's still really buggy. I'm gonna have to like ask people on Twitter around and see what everyone's vibes kind of are about that, because I'm thinking that I might get it here soon, because I really just want to update, guys. I'm so tired of offline mode. It's glitching really bad. I've seen a lot of people have this problem too, where if you're playing offline mode, the game is extremely laggy. Like, I mean like 2 frames per second type of laggy. And I asked my boyfriend, because he's pretty tech savvy, about what he thinks of why this is. And he basically said, like, it's because they probably changed the code or something in the new update. And the game isn't, I don't know. Either way, something to do with codes and things. But I personally am really annoyed about that, because every time a patch comes out, I play offline for as long as I can until all my mods are updated. And this being the weirdest time for me, because it's just being so laggy. And usually when I don't update, it works better. Like, the game works better, it runs smoother, everything's just a little bit better. And this time it's like, no, we're gonna actually just ruin your life a little bit. So that's fun. But I did find out some workarounds. So by the way, this is for in general, even if you aren't playing offline or if you are playing offline. I found out some tips to stop some lag that I'm going to share with you, because they were quite literally life-changing. So the first one is to make sure you don't have a ton of tabs open in the background. So what I like to do when I open the game, I go into Task Manager. If you don't know how to do that, it's Control-Alt-Delete on your keyboard. And you just close down every app you're not using, because I found out that a lot of your apps that you have on your computer run even when you don't have them open. So for example, I have CurseForge on my computer that I never have clicked on, but I have it. And it runs in the background pretty much all the time, and it takes up a lot of your memory. So make sure to close that. And also, if you have Steam, close that. For some reason, Steam is always downloading something. But the biggest one for me, second biggest, is close Epic Games. If you play like Fall Guys or Fortnite or anything that's on the Epic Games Store, close it when you open anything, because it's forever downloading things in the background for some reason, and it always is the main reason my game is lagging, is the Epic Game Launcher. Don't know why it's like that, but it is. And the biggest one you have to close, which might not make sense to you, but close the EA app from Task Manager. So when you get into game, you obviously have to open the EA app, click play, load up the game, and then you have to go like Alt-Tab out of your game, go into Task Manager, and close down the EA app. And that will cause your game to not respond. So don't freak out. Like, your game will not open for a good like 5 seconds, literally. It will just be like frozen and you can't open up the Sims tab again. Just wait patiently for like 5 seconds and you should be able to open it again, and all of your lag will be gone. However, you will get like a notification that says, like, I don't know why it still says this, but it says Origin has been closed. Some features will not work with the game. I, again, am playing offline. Don't know if that means the gallery won't work or not, but I, again, haven't tested it. Another thing you can do is, if you're playing offline and you're having a lot of lag issues, go into your settings and turn off online abilities. So that means turn off your gallery access completely. All you have is the library, and that's fine because you can access gallery in offline mode anyway. So go into your settings and turn off the gallery completely until you update, because that helps a lot, because it's trying to like load the gallery and the access to the gallery while you're playing offline, which obviously won't work. So it's causing a lot of lag to you. So make sure you do that. And another bonus tip for getting rid of lag is definitely go into your settings and turn off show mod CC list at beginning or startup or whatever. And that is, if you have mods or custom content, you might know what I'm talking about. So if you open your game and you know how you have that long list of, and it shows like every single file of custom content and mod you have in your game, close that immediately. I can't even tell you how life-changing it is to close that. I closed mine like 2 years ago, so I can't even give you like a recent explanation. But basically what it does is, it's kind of, when you load up the game, it's trying to load the names and files of all your CC, and then it's trying to show you all of it. That is why your game takes like sometimes an hour to load or 20 minutes to load and things like that, is because of that. So definitely close that, because it changes your load time from like an hour to a minute. And I did that, and I used to have a loading screen that used to take me like 15 minutes sometimes. Now my load screen is about 20 seconds after doing that a couple years ago, and it's never changed. So definitely close that. And those are Baby Sims tips on how to stop The Sims 4 from being a bum and load faster. So there you go. Here's my tips. I was going to talk about some other things today. So the 4 rem pack. I heard on Twitter and YouTube and everywhere that people are posting their Sims content that a lot of you are enjoying it. A lot of you are not enjoying it. A lot of you are having a lot of bugs that make you so you can't enjoy it. Oh my. Some of you are playing offline because the game is broken, so you can't enjoy it, like me. But let me know your thoughts. If you do have the pack and you're playing it, let me know, please. Like, I'm actually begging you. Let me know. Are you having bugs? Is it working fine for you? Do you hate the pack? Do you think you shouldn't have spent money on it? I've been watching a lot of reviews. I've been watching a lot of things. Lil Simsy seems to like it. A lot of people seem to be, the general consensus is that it's a good pack. From what I've seen from the YouTubers I watch religiously, they seem to be thinking it's a pretty good pack. And there's even some YouTubers I watched that I was convinced, no, they would probably not like this. This doesn't strike me as like something that they would like, but they seem to like it. So I take that in good consideration when buying packs, because I think one of the worst things in the world is spending a lot of money on something and then hating it. So yeah. So I'm really excited about the pack. As I said before, I don't think I'm actually going to play the pack. Like, I don't think that I'm going to be like a landlord. I should not talk about this on YouTube. I have learned from my mistake. Not my mistake, but other people's mistakes. Some people on the internet, such as my favorite YouTubers, no hate to them at all, by the way. My favorite YouTuber, Lil Simsy, she once in a stream talked about her reviews on landlords, and the whole chat attacked her with no mercy. And that makes me not want to spread my views on landlords, because a lot of people have apparently it's a very controversial opinion on if landlords are good people or is a good method or not. Personally, and all I'm going to say about it, I don't like landlords. I think that okay, listen, you gotta make your money somehow. I get that. You gotta get your money out. I get that, okay? But the way that some landlords, not all landlords, the way that some landlords function and run their buildings should not be legal. Because some of them are very much overcharging for maybe bad places, and also they're very exploitive and they're very odd. That's all I can really say about it. And honestly, I'm not going to talk more, but I don't know much about the whole renting system. I don't own a house or rent an apartment, so I can't really even speak on it. But either way, that's my views on landlords, and that's all I'm going to say. But she got attacked with no mercy in her Twitch chat for just talking about her views on it, and that made me so sad, because why? I don't know. It's a whole thing. Either way, I got off topic here as usual. If you guys are new here, welcome. Hi, my name is Brooke, and I never shut up, and I don't even know what I'm talking about 99.9% of the time. If you aren't new here, then why are you still here? Because I'm kidding. I'm grateful, so grateful for all of you that you're still here. I know that I can talk a lot and about nothing in general. I say a lot of words. But I don't know how much of them make sense. But either way, yeah, as I said, I don't think I'm going to be a landlord in this game very often. That's not really my play style. I'm not really looking, I play family gameplay almost. I don't know how to explain it. I play everything. I play like life, if that makes sense. And you're probably like, well, duh, it's a Sims 4. The tagline is play with life. Yeah. Hear me out though. Okay, so I play as if it's real life in a really, really realistic way. So I downloaded all these mods that are so realistic about things that we all hate in real life. I have a dentist mod where I force my Sims to go get dental surgery because their teeth fall out. And that is ironic. If you knew me in real life, you would know how ironic that is. This is really embarrassing. I don't know why I'm saying this on the internet. I full on sob and have a breakdown like a 3-year-old when I hear I have to go to the dentist. And I'm so serious. I hate the dentist. Hate it. And I have to go quite a bit because I have issues. But I hate the dentist. I hate it. I cry in the waiting room. I sob and I scream in the chair. And I'm actually impossible. I hate the dentist. I hate the dentist. It causes me such bad anxiety, and I really wish that it wasn't like that. I really wish I wasn't such a baby when it came to the dentist, but I'm not good with the dentist at all. I still need my mom to come in with me, and that's really embarrassing to say on the internet, but I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who are the same way, so I don't know. I can't do it. I get actual panic attacks at the dentist. It's not good. I don't like people touching my face or anything to do with my face. I really, really don't like people touching my eyes or my teeth or anything like that, or my nose. I'm not good with people touching my face. I'm not good with people touching me in general unless it's someone I actually care about, but I don't like people touching me. So that's also when I had to go get my eyes tested. didn't like that either, because they build a little air in your eyes. Didn't like that at all, but it's something you had to do. And I don't like my eyes or my nose or my teeth being touched or anything like that, so I freak out like a loser. It's embarrassing, but I mean, it is what it is. And I am almost 100% positive that there's a ton of people watching this. Well, maybe not a ton of people watching this, but if you are watching this, you might be scared of the dentist like me, and I hope you feel seen. I feel seen whenever I hear people say they're scared of the dentist. This is what happens when I take a week off of YouTube and I don't make a video, because then I come back in full swing and I don't shut up about random, embarrassing, stupid things. Hey, how are you guys? Let's talk about Christmas. I feel like I was supposed to say more about the 4-ramp pack, but I completely have nothing else. Anyway, let's talk about Christmas. So Christmas was the other day. I liked Christmas. Christmas was good. I got some good gifts. I'm currently wearing two of my Christmas gifts. I'm wearing what I call my Nan Jammas. That is because my grandmother, every year for Christmas, so my family has a tradition where every Christmas Eve, we open up one present on Christmas Eve, and it's always from my grandmother, because she comes and stays with us for Christmas from like the 4th until like the 26th-ish. So, and then Christmas Eve, we open up one present from her, which is usually a ton of things, but always pajamas. So with that, I have pajamas, and they have little gnomes on them, and they're really cute. So I'm wearing my Nan Jammas, which is what my family calls them, or what I call them at least. And I'm currently wearing they're not hoodies, what are they called? Not crew neck, well, maybe crew neck, like a sweatshirt, I guess is what they're called. It's I don't know. It's a hoodie without the hood. I'm tired. Either way, I'm wearing one that is Taylor Swift related. It says, "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me," which, if you're not a Swiftie, you're like, excuse me, what does that mean? So basically, Taylor Swift, or whatever tour, she's dating Travis Kelce, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, and at one of her tours, she has a song called Karma. Oh my god, I was supposed to say Bejeweled. Fake Swiftie. Yeah, she has a song called Karma, and the original lyric is, "Karma is guy on the screen coming straight home to me," which was written about her ex-boyfriend Joe Alwyn, but her and Joe Alwyn have since broke up, and then she started dating Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. And so then she changed the lyric at one of her concerts to, "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me." And the internet lost their mind. I was one of them. I watched it live, see what happened, lost my mind as well. And my brother's girlfriend is also a Swiftie, and she bought me a hoodie, or crew neck, or a sweatshirt, debatable topic, that says that. And I'm wearing it, and I love it. And I also got some really cool things. If you hear like this weird noise, do you hear that? I'm sorry if you do. That's probably not pleasant. But I'm playing with a squish thingy that my mom got me. It's a gummy bear, but it's like a squishy thing. It has like, I don't know, slime inside of it or something like that. And I just keep squishing it underneath my desk while I'm talking to you. So if you guys can hear that, I'm really sorry. That's probably really annoying. I'm sorry. I would not like that. This is not an ASMR channel. I wouldn't do ASMR. Whispering bothers me. I don't know what it is about whispering. I actually do know what it is about whispering. Do you want a story time? So here's a quick story time. This video has really gone off the rails. I apologize sincerely. Either way, when I was in middle school, we had this principal who was a nice enough lady. I mean, there wasn't anything like wrong with her. Well, let's finish the story first. She was kind of odd in the way that she whispered everything. And it wasn't for like any certain reason. She just whispered everything. And she was not old, I'd say. She was probably like 50, I'd say. Anyway, she was my principal in my middle school, and I had a horrible middle school experience, like the worst you can imagine. And I'm not gonna get into it because this is not a trauma dumping channel, but I had horrible time in school. Not even just middle school. My whole school life was horrible. Like from primary, which is like before grade 1, right until graduation, horrible. Would never do it again. I hated my whole life. So I had a horrible time. And in middle school, probably my worst years. Because middle school where I am in Canada is grade 6 to grade 9. So those years were the worst of my life. And so with that, I was always called into the office because I wasn't the problem. I was the person having a problem because people were mean to me. And also, I didn't really go to school a lot. If you're younger and you're still in school and you're watching this, do not follow what I do. Don't listen. Close your eyes and your ears, actually. Well, maybe close your ears. Watch the build, but don't listen to me. I didn't go to school very much. I was getting bullied pretty bad my whole life in school, so I just didn't really go to school. at all because it was not fun, and I got picked on when I went there, so I just didn't go to school for most of my middle school years. And so obviously I was getting called in the office a lot for being like, your attendance is crap and we need to know why. And also they'd call me in if people were being mean to me, or if my mother called and said like, hey, people were being mean to her, please help. So I'd get called in quite a bit, and my principal was always the one talking to me, and she would come in, right, and she would stand behind my desk while the teacher was teaching, and she'd go right in my ear. I mean, like, her lips were touching my ear, and she would be like, hi honey, please come with me to the office, okay? We're just gonna go to the office, okay? Is that okay? Like, for like 2 minutes straight, she'd just say that in my ear, like, come with me now, it's okay, it's okay. And I wasn't like crying in class or anything. You'd think that she was like consoling me. No, I wasn't like sobbing in class, I wasn't losing my mind or anything like that. I was just sitting there listening to my teacher teach, and she'd be like, it's okay, come on honey, it's okay. But her lips would be right in my ear, and she'd be whispering to me the whole time, and it would really set something off in me. I don't know what it was, but like, her doing that was so creepy, and also gave me more anxiety in school, because like, I knew that every single day this woman would come in and she'd whisper in my ear, and it would be really awkward and really creepy, and then I'd have to get up, and then the whole class would be looking at me, and then she would take me out into the office, and the whole class would do that stupid immature thing. We'd be like, ooh, she's in trouble. And so I would have to go to the office, and she wouldn't stop whispering, by the way. Like, she'd take me into her office, and she'd talk a little bit louder, but it wouldn't be that loud. She'd be like, so honey, how are you? And she had this like condescending tone all the time. Like, she had no other switch to her. It was just condescending all the time. So she'd be like, hi honey, how are you today? Oh yeah, I know, yeah, And she always looked at me like I was like, I don't even, like a snow globe, like something that would break in an instant. So like, it was really not the vibes, and she would do that all the time. And we have 3 principals. I don't know if that's normal in the States or wherever you're watching this, but, oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. We have 3 principals. We have, for like different last names. So like, A to F was the girl who whispered in my ear, and then like G to whatever would be another one, and then after that, you know, you get the point. And we same with guidance counselors. We always had 3 for each letter bracket. So she was mine, and then this would happen all the time. And even in the hallway, she was also like, had no like, she had sympathy, but like in the wrong way, if that makes sense. She would like, if she see me walking in the hallway, she'd come up to me and be like, hi honey, you okay? Anybody picking on you today? In front of everybody. Like, no, but now they are, because now they know that I told the principal, and then they're gonna pick on me for telling the principal. Like, hello, do you, like, how are you a principal of a school, and then you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna call me out for that? That's just not fair. But I mean, I had my things with bad teachers. Should this video be a story time of my horrible school years? It's probably not enjoyable, is it? It's my channel. Anyway, nothing is enjoyable. I had my share of bad teachers, and this is gonna sound like, oh, it's not possible to have that many bad teachers. I live in a place where the schools are all terrible. My school, every school that I've gone to, except for my elementary school. My elementary school, amazing, by the way. Best years of my life was my elementary school, and they're a great school, and they're one of the best in the city. But my middle school and my high school were horrible. And I don't mean just like, oh, they was bad, that the people were bad and the teachers kind of sucked. No, I mean, we were on the news like every day with like, there might be kids watching this, certain type of dogs with the Paw Patrol. And they would come in and sniff around and try to find things that should not be in people's lockers daily, and they would find the things in those lockers, and people would be taken by Paw Patrol, and they would go in the wee-woo wagon, you know? We also had a lot of people in the different kind of wee-woo wagon, because they took the things in them lockers, and yeah, so we had not fun times. And we also had many of tragedies, so at both schools. So again, it's not like I'm saying like, oh, my teachers were bad because they gave me homework. No, I'm saying my teachers were bad because they were like half the time not able to teach, because they were doing illegal things and being taken out in the middle of class. So I mean, you know what I mean? But yeah, so one of the teachers I had, she was my grade 6 teacher, and it was my first year in middle school. I was already anxious. I was already nervous. Let me preface this whole entire thing by saying I never really had friends in school. I had off and on friendships here and there. All of my friends I've ever made end up moving away. And shouldn't have said that because people are going to be like, oh, they probably moved because of you, because you suck. Maybe. I don't know. Ask them. But all of them ended up moving away, especially my best friend that's still my best friend today. She was my best friend from grade 4 to 6 and in the same school with me, and then she moved to a different part of the city, so she went to a different school. And yeah, she's still my best friend today though. Love her. I think I've definitely said her name on here before, but I love her and she knows who she is, and she might be watching this, so I love you. But also, yeah, I didn't have friends ever. So in grade 6 I already had no friends, but I had one friend. I had one friend that was my best friend who I'm not friends with today, but she was my best friend until like last year. But my whole life this girl was my best friend, and she wasn't until last year. But she was in my class for grade 6, which was new because she was never really in my classes. And we had this little friend group, but we didn't meet till the end of grade 6. I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is so useless. Anyway, teacher, that's what I'm talking about. The teacher in that class, I'm not going to say her name, but she was my grade 6 teacher for everything, because in grade 6 you only have one teacher for all subjects and you stay in that one classroom all day. And she was married to the gym teacher at our school, and she was so horrible to me. So was her husband, really, because again, I just want you guys to think for a second. Me recording videos for The Sims at my desk in my room, play The Sims all the time, all day, every day. Do you guys really think I was good at gym class? No, and he made sure he was really upset about that all the time. He made sure that was known, that I was bad at everything I did in gym class. And I really did try. I was one of those people in class that tried really hard because I had to make up for something for the fact that I was horrible in school in general. But anyway, besides the point. So this teacher, we had like bathroom hall passes, which were just like, I don't know, you need to take a hall pass to go to the bathroom. And so I would ask to go to the bathroom, and then she'd be like, sure, take the hall pass. And then one time I forgot the hall pass. I forgot it. I just left. I just walked out of the class. I came back and she dragged me in the hallway. Not physically, but she took me in the hallway and she was screaming at me to the point where the whole class could hear. And she was like, how dare you forget the hall pass? You know, I could have gotten in trouble for that because I'm supposed to make sure all of you take the hall pass all the time. She lost her mind at me, and I was already a really anxious little child, and so I started crying, and then she was all like, oh, don't start crying now, blah, 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 and then she sent me to the office. I went down to the office, and they were like, what happened? And I was like, oh, well, I forgot the hall pass, and she got really mad at me, and even the principal was like, it's fine, go back to class, like, you're wasting our time being down here. And so I went back, and then I told the teacher, I was like, they told me to come back. She goes, no, they didn't. I'm gonna call them right now because I sent you down there and you just don't want to go to the office and get in trouble, so I'm gonna have to call them. And then she called them, and they told her the same thing, like, oh yeah, we sent her back because we're busy with another student right now, blah, blah, blah. And she screamed at the principal and was like, no, she deserves punishment. I forgot the hall pass. That was it. All I did. She lost her mind at me. And then I was a forgetful kid. I still am really forgetful. I forget everything, okay? So then the second time, and I guess maybe this is my fault, should have learned from forgetting it the first time, but I went to the bathroom. Keep in mind though, I was 12. Like, I was maybe not even, I was like 11. So either way, I went to the bathroom and I took the hall pass off and I hung it on the back of the stall, like when I was using the bathroom. And again, I forgot. So then I went back to class, didn't have her on my wrist. She screamed at me again because she's like, oh my god, we lost the hall pass. She had it out for me. Like, she really did. And then that was just another occasion. Another time, again, this is starting to sound like it's my fault. I forgot my gym shoes at home. She and her husband berated me again because I forgot my shoes. Another time is probably the one that made me like really upset, and is these two occasions. So there was this time that she banned me from the bathroom at all, like, which is illegal, by the way, but like, because I forgot the hall pass and because I forgot on the door one time, and they were like not close together. It wasn't like I did it in the same week. It was like different months of the year, of the 9 or 10 months we're in school. It was like twice in that 10 months that happened. And I was not the only one, by the way. The boys would forget their hall pass, or they wouldn't even take it, or they'd pee on it, whatever they do. And then she would just be like, oh, it's fine, we'll just get a new one. And with every other kid, she was like that but me. And I don't know why that was. And the funnier part is that she taught my brother, and she loved him. And she was so sweet to him, but she hated me. I don't know what it was. And it's not like I was a bad kid. Okay, I didn't talk in class. I wasn't throwing things. I was an anxious little child, and I didn't talk to anybody in school. Like, I literally was alone all the time. So, like, there's nothing what? Anyway, and the second time, yeah, what was it? What did I just say? She yelled at me because something, oh yeah, she banned me from the bathroom. She wouldn't let me go for the whole year. She told me I wasn't allowed. So I had to wait till gym class or music class to go to the bathroom. And that was once a day. And that's if they let me. And, or maybe, like, I guess lunchtime too. But at lunchtime, the bathrooms we only had one bathroom in our whole school for girls and boys. And so it would be, and there's only 3 stalls in it. So, and we had 800 kids. So it would be lined up from the door of the bathroom to the end of the cafeteria. So I couldn't go at all. And most of the time it would be people in there doing things they shouldn't be doing. So that was just the way it should be. That was just the way it was. So she banned me going to the bathroom. So I had to wait till I got home, which was not good and at all. And she's lucky I didn't get like a bladder infection or something. I remember my parents being pretty angry about that, but we joke about it now because how are you gonna ban a child from going to the bathroom? Either way, second one that really upset me and it caused, this is like my final straw basically, and this is when my mom went to school and everything, and actually no, my mom called her and was like, not happening, I wasn't falling behind or anything, like I was pretty good in school, but I was so quiet and I didn't talk in class, which you think a teacher would want. You would think that, right? And it's not like, and by not talking class, it doesn't mean like, oh, I refuse to do group projects, or I hated everybody, wouldn't refuse to talk to anybody in my class if I needed help. No, it was just that I didn't like to talk in class. And so she called my mom, and she said that she thinks I should be in like a different program or something like that. Like she didn't want to teach me anymore because I was like, I don't know, too quiet, and she thought I had and this is not saying this is a problem at all if you do have any of these things, but she thought that I had certain mental disabilities and different type of disabilities that she tried to accuse me and my mother of having. And then she was saying that, like, and I don't, by the way, but she was saying that I did because of the fact that I didn't want to talk and things like that. And this was not like a teacher like actually expressing concern about this and thinking I should get tested. No, this was straight up her just being like, she said in kind of like a derogatory way. Like she was, yeah, she was not nice. Yeah, so that's not fun. Besides her, I didn't really have any yes, I did. I had this boy teacher. He was, I call him the Disney teacher, and that's because he was a Disney dad, but like to the extreme. His whole classroom was painted red and yellow. He had Mickey, everything, which you'd think would make him a cool guy. No. And I don't have a lot of stories to tell about him. He just didn't like me. I don't know what it was either. This was a little bit older. He was my teacher in grade 8. And I finished his class fine. And then, but he was really rude to everybody, not just me. But he said some mean things to me personally, but I know he said them to a lot of people. But, when grade 8 ended, I was finally I'm done with that teacher. And then I switched schools in grade 11 for 1 year only, and I went to a different school in the district, and he was my teacher again, because he switched schools too, and he was my teacher. So that was fun. And he was even ruder to me then. But he was one of those teachers, and he was a boy teacher. He was only nice to the boys and the popular girls. And that's it. Like, if you were unpopular, and you were even an unpopular boy or an unpopular girl, he hated you. And that's just the way it was. He just wouldn't speak to you. He wouldn't help you with any of your homework. He wouldn't answer questions for you. He was that type of teacher. And he was the type of teacher who really peaked in high school and never left, because he walked around the hallways and all the football boys with their jerseys and all that, he would like have handshakes with them, and he'd be like, yeah, man, I'll be at your game tonight. And he would like buy them things. He was weird with like the sporty boys and like the popular boys. He would walk with them and walk them to their cars and drive them home after school. Like, he was kind of weird in that way. But like, I don't know. I didn't like him. He also told me in grade 8 that I was going nowhere in life because, I don't know, I missed a test, I think. I missed a test. I was sick with the flu. I came back. I missed the science test. And he was like, you're going nowhere in life. So, yeah, sucks to be you, teacher, because now I'm a YouTuber. Does that prove I'm right or wrong? I don't know. Either way, I'm actually not going nowhere in life because soon I'm going to college to get my real estate license. Maybe. I shouldn't be saying that. I don't know that for sure. I just want to. But yeah, he sucked. He sucked really bad. And then he's my teacher in grade 11. He did the exact same thing, so I just left his class. I'm not even kidding. He did the exact same things to me. Like, I wasn't popular in any, ever. So then he wouldn't help me in class, and he was only helping the popular boys. So I went down to the office, I'm like, switch me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this again. And in high school, you're allowed to do that. In grade 6, you're not. In grade 6, you cannot switch classes. Sucks to be you. You're just in that class. Me, personally, that was not flying with me in grade 11. I had a little more of a backbone in grade 11. I was like, no, take me out of this class. I'm not doing it. And they were like, fine, yeah, but we have another class for you, so you're gonna fail it. We can't take you out of it. You're just gonna have a 0% in that class and fail out. And I was like, okay. And I failed up the class. And I didn't care because he was that bad of a teacher. And they knew that. They were like, oh yeah, you're not the first person. So a couple people left his class, which should teach him something. Happiest time of the year was when his wife had a kid and he was gone for 6 months. That was great. So yeah. By the way, I probably should disclaimer this before. I think teachers are great. I don't hate old teachers. I think teachers are awesome, and I think that what they do is really amazing, and I think that they're really teaching young minds is great. Yeah. Good job, should be paid more, all that. I agree with all of that. However, I'm just saying I've had bad experiences with 2 teachers. Some of my teachers were like iffy, but I wouldn't say they were bad. Like I had this teacher in grade like 11 also, who was my computer teacher, which was funny. She taught me a lot. She was good at teaching. She just had a kind of a condescending attitude the whole time, but she wasn't a bad teacher. She was nice to me. She actually there's one time I missed school because I had mental health issues, and she told me to get over it. But I mean, whatever. That's just the way it goes, I guess. But yeah, she wasn't the sweetest person on earth. But I mean, she wasn't bad, so no complaints there. I had some really, really, really amazing teachers. I probably should have said that too. I had some teachers that I still think about, and sometimes when I get my license, which I know I'm 19 and I don't, I've been sharing a lot of embarrassing things today. Anyway, I'm probably going to go visit some of them teachers because I love them. I have a couple teachers that I really miss and I love. So, yeah. But again, I didn't go to school very much. Not because I didn't want to. I wanted to go to school. If I had friends, I would have went more. I should not be saying that on the internet. Young kids watching this, go to school, stay in school, and be good. Don't drop out. I didn't drop out. I graduated. But I was homeschooled for half of my life, basically. So, yeah. I didn't go to in-person school. But we're almost done this video, and I'm so sorry that you had to listen to this. Before I started this video, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk for 45 minutes. And here we are. Talked about nothing. Well, I did. I gave you some interesting stories. And, yeah. And I love you guys so, so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe as well, because if you guys enjoyed my story times and my random rambling, then you guys are probably going to enjoy a lot more of my videos, since this is the usual around here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, which, yeah, I didn't talk about the build once. Sorry about that. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye guys.